Welcome, race fans, to the Bugatti circuit for the first round of the Super Sprint Race Championship.
That's right, I'm thrilled to be here tonight. A beautiful Thursday evening here in France for high-octane racing action.
20 races across 5 events, and it all starts tonight with the first of 4 races here at the Bugatti circuit.
These races are short and sharp, just 12 minutes plus 1 lap. I can tell you from experience, every second counts in these sprint races. It's all about aggression, precision, and maintaining concentration to avoid mistakes.
And with points awarded for the top 19 finishes, the pressure is on from the very first lap. And they're off. The first race of the Super Sprint Championship is underway.
Great start from Assetto, he leads into the first corner. Tim Weller is making moves early on, he's already picked up a place, he's past Nico Vaughan.
And Weller is up into 19th now, a great start from him. Vaughan is getting back on terms with the cars in front though, he's taken back P19 from Neil Constable-Berry.
Yeah, he will be hoping to challenge for more positions as the race progresses. Oh, what's happened there? It's chaos in the midfield. Nigel Walters and Rich Snape have come together, and they've both crashed.
That was massive, Sky. They were both challenging for position, but that's a huge crash, cars going everywhere as they try to avoid the incident.
That's a disaster for Greg Sabo. He's been handed a penalty for causing a collision with Nigel Walters.
He's had a nightmare race. After that contact with Walters, he's dropped all the way down to last place. And John Astrop has moved into 3rd place, he's overtaken Dominic Fauvargue there.
Rich Snape and Greg Sabo are really battling it out for 16th. They've swapped positions twice already on this lap.
Coxis is having a great race, he's moved into the points-paying positions, up to 18th now after passing Snape.
Oh no, it's all over for David Constable-Berry. He's crashed into the barriers after some contact with Tim Weller.
That's a terrible end to his race, he was in a points-paying position, too. He must be absolutely furious.
He's now getting swamped by the rest of the field, what a disaster.
And now he's down in 19th place, he won't score any points in this race.
I know exactly how he feels, to have your race ruined like that is heartbreaking.
Fauvargue and Norton are having a real ding-dong battle for 4th place here.
They've swapped positions twice already on this last lap.
And Norton has done it again, he retakes 4th place from Fauvargue. Here comes Mac McFarquhar, he's going to take the checkered flag.
A brilliant drive from McFarquhar, he started 2nd but he's driven a flawless race to take the win.
And it's Martin Moll who takes 2nd place.
What a drive from Moll. He started in 6th but he's carved his way through the field. I can tell you, that's not easy to do around here.
John Astrop takes the final step on the podium, but he'll be disappointed with that after starting on pole.
He had the pace today but just couldn't keep McFarquhar and Moll behind him. Still, it's valuable points for the championship.
Well, what a race that was. We've seen a dominant win from Mac McFarquhar, a superb drive to 2nd from Martin Moll, and a huge crash involving Nigel Walters and Rich Snape.
There was drama throughout the field. Tim Weller made good progress but also had a big crash with David Constable-Berry. Greg Sabo received a penalty for a collision with Nigel Walters. That's just the first race of 20, so there's plenty more action to come.
We'll be back soon for the 2nd race of the evening, so don't go anywhere. And after that thrilling first race, there's been a big shake-up in the championship standings.
You're not wrong there, Hal. Mac McFarquhar now leads the championship after that superb win. He's on 26 points.
Martin Moll is just behind him in 2nd, he's added 22 points to his tally.
John Astrop started the day in the lead but he's dropped down to 3rd place. He'll be looking to bounce back in this race.
And a bit further down the order, Rich Snape and Sten Wallstrom have failed to score points and they remain at the foot of the standings. Well, Sky, we've got a very different looking grid for this 2nd race of the evening.
That's for sure, Hal. This is a reverse grid format, so the drivers who finished at the back of the last race are now at the front.
And that means it's Rich Snape who starts on pole position.
He had a tough first race, but this is a golden opportunity for him to score some big points. I know what it's like to lead a race, and he'll be feeling the pressure to make it count.
Sten Wallstrom will start alongside him in 2nd, and then it's David Constable-Berry, who will be hoping to have a better race after that crash earlier.
Championship leader Mac McFarquhar will start at the very back. McFarquhar, Moll and Astrop have got a lot of work to do from the back. They will have to fight their way through the field.
It's going to be fascinating to see how this one plays out. Elliot Norton is making up places, he's just past John Astrop for 18th.
And he's battling with Mac McFarquhar too. They're swapping places constantly. Oh, there's been a collision. Chris Stokes and Nigel Walters have come together and that's caused a chain reaction.
Stokes is now all over the track. He's had another big incident now with Jimmy Lindo. What a nightmare start. Adam Whitehouse is another driver who is slipping down the order. Now he's down to 14th after being overtaken by Dominic Fauvargue.
Yeah, and Nico Vaughan is also struggling. He's down in 18th after starting 12th. Here we go, Sky, it's Mole versus McFarquhar. The championship contenders are battling it out for 14th.
They keep swapping places as they make their way through the field. Neither driver can get away from the other.
Now they've both passed Sten Wallstrom, they're really making progress.
Mole just can't seem to shake off McFarquhar. He's all over him like a rash.
There's contact between them, but they're both still going.
But now Mole is ahead and he's clear into 13th. That was fantastic action. And Mac McFarquhar is really flying now. He's up to 8th after passing Chris Stokes.
Greg Sabo's race has gone from bad to worse. He's been spun around by Jimmy Lindo.
And the stewards are giving Lindo a penalty for that one. Sabo has now dropped down to 19th. James Pinkerton is having a tough time out there. He's dropped down to 7th after being passed by several drivers.
Yeah, he was in second place, but he just can't keep those faster cars behind him.
He's being overtaken by Mac McFarquhar and then by Rich Snape.
And now he's lost another 2 places to Fauvargue and Mole. He's really struggling out there.
Dominic Fauvargue and Tim Weller are having a real scrap for 5th place here.
They're side by side through this corner, there's nothing between them.
And Weller has got the place back, but Fauvargue is fighting back.
Fauvargue retakes the place, he's back into 5th.
And now Mac McFarquhar has taken the lead of this race. He's passed Daniel Coxis. Here comes Mac McFarquhar. He's going to take another win. What a drive.
That's incredible, Hal. He started 21st, but he's carved his way through the field. An absolutely phenomenal performance.
Daniel Coxis takes 2nd place. That's a great result for him.
He led the race for a long time, but he just couldn't hold off McFarquhar at the end. Still, he started 5th and he's come away with a fantastic 2nd place.
And it's Martin Mole who takes 3rd, another great recovery drive after starting 19th.
He's keeping the pressure on McFarquhar in the championship. He'll be happy with that result after a challenging race.
Well, that was another incredible race. Mac McFarquhar has taken his 2nd win of the evening, and he did it from the back of the grid.
We saw some fantastic racing throughout the field. Daniel Coxis drove brilliantly to take 2nd, and Martin Mole recovered well to take 3rd. Chris Stokes and Nigel Walters collided early on, which set the tone for a chaotic race, and Jimmy Lindo picked up a penalty for spinning Greg Sabo.
18 races still to go in this championship, and it's already shaping up to be a classic. And the results of that 2nd race are in. It's had a significant impact on the championship standings.
No surprise, Mac McFarquhar extends his lead at the top. He's now on 52 points after that stunning win.
Martin Mole remains in 2nd place, but he's now 10 points behind McFarquhar.
There's a tie for 3rd between John Astrop and Dominic Fauvargue. A strong 2nd race from Fauvargue sees him jump up the standings. Daniel Coxis has also moved up the order and to join 7th after a great drive to 2nd place.
At the bottom, Sten Wallstrom is still yet to score a point. And here we go with race number 3, Sky. Another interesting grid for this one.
It is indeed, Hal. Jimmy Lindo will start on pole position after a great effort in qualification 2.
Championship leader Mac McFarquhar will start alongside him in 2nd.
He'll be looking for his 3rd win in a row, but he'll have to do it from the front of the grid this time. I know from experience that it's not easy leading a race, especially with these guys behind you.
Martin Mole will start in 3rd, with Elliot Norton alongside him in 4th. And then we've got Chris Stokes and Greg Sabo making up the 3rd row.
John Astrop will be disappointed to be starting in 12th. He's been struggling to keep up with McFarquhar and Mole so far this evening. He needs a good result here.
And Rich Snape will start at the very back again. He'll be hoping for a better finish after a disappointing result in the last race. And they're off. Race 3 is underway.
Lindo gets a good start, but McFarquhar is right there with him. James Pinkerton is making up for lost time. He's just passed Tim Weller for 15th.
And he's gaining on those in front of him. He could be in for a good result here. John Astrop is also moving up the order. He's up to 13th now after passing Maximilian Turbin.
And a bit further back, James Pinkerton and Astrop have both passed Nico Vaughan.
Rich Snape is making some progress from the back of the field. He's just passed David Constable Berry for 17th.
But he's given the place straight back. He can't seem to find a way past Constable Berry at the moment, but now he has passed him and also James Pinkerton. Oh, there's been a collision. Adam Whitehouse has crashed into the back of Jimmy Lindo.
And the stewards have given Lindo a penalty for that one. Whitehouse is now having more issues and is dropping down the order after contact with Nigel Walters, and he is now down in 11th place. That's a disaster for him.
Phil Bodkin and Nico Vaughan have come together, and Bodkin has been spun around.
The stewards have given Vaughan a penalty for that one. Bodkin has dropped all the way down to 18th. What a nightmare for him. Greg Sabo and Jimmy Lindo are having a real battle for 13th place. They've swapped places several times already.
Now Sabo is having issues with Rich Snape, and he's lost another place. He just can't seem to catch a break this evening.
He gets back past Snape, but he can't hold on to the position. That's some great wheel-to-wheel action there.
I can tell you from experience, it's not easy to overtake around here, so that's some impressive driving from both of them.
Snape is back in front now, and he's up into 14th place.
That's 3 times they've swapped positions in the last few laps. Incredible stuff.
Daniel Coxis and Dominic Fauvargue are battling it out for 6th place, and they've swapped places twice already on this lap.
Now Coxis has been passed by Adam Whitehouse as well. He's down in 8th now.
But he's got the place straight back from Whitehouse. He's not giving up on that 7th place. And Dominic Fauvargue has got past Adam Whitehouse. He's up into 7th now.
James Pinkerton has passed Tim Weller, but Weller has got the place back now.
They're side by side through this corner. There's nothing between them.
And Weller has held on. He's back into 9th place.
Here comes Mac McFarka. He's going to take his 3rd win of the evening.
That's unbelievable, Hal. He started 2nd, but he's absolutely dominated that race. He's in a class of his own tonight.
And it's Martin Mole who takes 2nd, another strong result for him.
He's keeping McFarquhar honest in the championship, but he just couldn't quite match his pace today. Still, a great drive from Mole.
Elliot Norton takes the final podium place, a good result after starting 4th.
He'll be happy with that, but he couldn't quite keep up with the top 2 today. Still, it's valuable points for the championship.
Well, that was another action-packed race. Mac McFarka has taken his 3rd win in a row. He's absolutely on fire tonight.
We saw a lot of penalties handed out in that race. Jimmy Lindo and Nico Vaughan both received penalties for causing collisions, while Adam Whitehouse was given a warning. Greg Sabo and Rich Snape had a fantastic battle, swapping places several times.
17 races still to go, and Mac McFarka is already looking like the man to beat. And here we go, Sky, the final race of the evening is upon us. And after that last race, Mac McFarka has absolutely stormed away at the top of the championship.
He's on 77 points now. That's a 13-point lead over Martin Mole in 2nd. You're right, Hal, McFarquhar is looking unstoppable at the moment.
John Astrop remains in 3rd, but he's now a full 22 points behind McFarka.
Elliot Norton has moved up to 5th after that podium finish, and Daniel Coxis is now up to 6th. Some great drives have really shaken up the midfield.
Sadly for Sten Wallström, he is still yet to get off the mark. Well, Sky, this is it, the final race of the evening. And we've got another reverse grid, so it's a very different looking starting order.
That's right, Hal. David Constable-Berry will start on pole position, with Sten Wallström alongside him in 2nd.
That's a huge opportunity for Wallström. He's still looking for his first points of the championship. Can he finally get off the mark tonight?
He'll have to make it count, that's for sure. I know how tough it is to be at the front. The pressure is immense, especially with these guys behind you.
Championship leader Mac McFarka will start at the very back again, in 21st. He's got a mountain to climb if he wants to make it 4 wins in a row.
He's shown he can do it before, but it's a big ask. Martin Mole and John Astrop will start just ahead of him, so they've all got a lot of work to do.
It's going to be a thrilling end to the evening, that's for sure. And they're off. The final race of the evening is go.
Constable-Berry gets a great launch. He leads into the first corner.
Neil Constable-Berry and Nico Vaughan are having a real scrap for 5th place. They've swapped positions already.
And now Rich Snape has lost a couple of places. He's down to 7th now after being passed by Greg Sabo and Neil Constable-Berry.
Nigel Walters has been given a penalty for punting John Bountarkis.
That's put Bountarkis all the way down to 12th, and Walters has dropped back as well after a brief overtake of Daniel Coxis. What a nightmare for both of them.
Mac McFarka and Chris Stokes are battling it out for 16th place, and they're swapping places constantly.
McFarquhar is all over the back of Stokes, but he just can't find a way past. Now Stokes has got back in front again. Dominic Fauvargue is making up a lot of places here. He's now up to 9th after passing John Bountarkis.
He's been flying through the field, passing several cars in the last few laps.
He got past Sten Wallström, Nico Vaughan, Jimmy Lindo, and Chris Stokes all in quick succession.
But he's lost the place to Bountarkis. And he's got it back again. What a battle. Daniel Coxis and James Pinkerton are having a real ding-dong battle for 4th place.
Coxis had it, but now Pinkerton is back in front. They've swapped places twice on this lap alone.
Coxis is right on his tail. He's not giving up on that 4th place.
When I was racing, I love battles like this. It's all about staying calm and not making mistakes.
He just needs to pick his moment, and he could get the place back.
Oh, there's been a collision. Mac McFarquhar has spun out Dominic Fauvargue, and he's been given a penalty for it.
That's a disaster for McFarquhar. He was making good progress, but that's going to cost him dearly.
He was battling with Martin Moll at the time, and now Moll is ahead of him after McFarquhar briefly overtook Fauvargue.
But hang on, they're swapping places again. McFarquhar is back in front. But no, Fauvargue has got him back.
This is incredible. They're side by side through this corner.
And Fauvargue has held on. McFarquhar is down in 11th again.
Maximilian Turbin has been given a penalty for turning in on Adam Whitehouse.
That's a real shame for Turbin. He was having a good race until then. He's now dropped all the way down to 13th after being passed by several drivers. James Pinkerton has got past Daniel Coxis, but Coxis has got the place back now. Martin Moll has been involved in a collision with James Pinkerton.
But he's still going, and now he's up to 5th after passing Nigel Walters.
Here comes John Astrop. He's going to win the final race of the evening. What a drive.
He started 19th, but he's absolutely flown through the field. And he's holding off David Constable-Berry, who started on pole but has to settle for second.
That's Astrop's first win of the evening, and he's done it in style. And it's Phil Bodkin who takes third, a great result after starting on the second row.
He'll be delighted with that, a well-deserved podium finish. He's driven a clean race and stayed out of trouble.
Well, what a way to end the evening. John Astrop took a stunning win from 19th on the grid, with David Constable-Berry and Phil Bodkin completing the podium.
We saw a lot of penalties in that race, with Nigel Walters, Mac McFarquhar, and Maximilian Turbin all receiving penalties for causing collisions. There was a lot of close racing, and a few drivers really struggled to overtake. It wasn't easy out there tonight.
16 races to go, and it's still all to play for. Well, Sky, that's it for the first event of the Super Sprint Championship, and what a night of racing it's been.
It certainly has, Hal. Mac McFarquhar looked like he was going to run away with it after 3 wins in a row, but that penalty in the final race has kept things interesting. He leads the standings on 86 points, but only has a 5-point lead over Martin Moll.
John Astrop's win in that last race has moved him up to third, just 7 points behind McFarquhar. He needed that after a tough start to the evening.
Dominic Fauvargue is still in contention in 4th, and Daniel Coxis has had a great night. He's up to 5th after starting the day outside the top 15. A great evening for him. He's really impressed me tonight.
At the other end of the table, spare a thought for Sten Wallstrom. He's still on 0 points after 4 races. He'll be hoping for better luck at the next event.
16 races to go, and this championship is wide open.